Listener discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome to a holiday special of I Should Totally Be Dead Right Now, where we tell true stories of survivors of true crime, natural disasters, and everything else in between.
Ho, ho, ho.
I like that pause. I was thinking that you were going to gear up to do something.
I was, and then I, deer in headlights, and then I got ran over, and so the ho, ho, ho came. Merry Christmas.
And happy holidays.
That's right.
And,
season's fucking greetings. I mean,
yes,
that in the
it's,
nicest way.
Christmas in, Christmas Eve in 4 days, and then Christmas in 5 days when this comes out. So
What is happening?
I don't know. But we exchanged gifts, and Michelle dominated this year.
Yeah, I did. I did. I knew it. The second I saw, I found her a Kate Spade Alice in Wonderland purse.
Oh my gosh.
That I didn't pay full price for.
We love a good discount.
Oh, I know. It almost makes the present even better.
Right?
In my opinion.
Absolutely.
No, I saw that and I was like, this is Caitlin, in a purse.
And what did I get you? A fucking shirt.
No, it is a good one. It says Hearthstoner. Because I play Hearthstone like an insane person, and I'm also a stoner. It's more fun when you have to explain it.
And then Five Farms,
Oh, of course.
Can't go wrong.
Oh, should we take
that.
a quick pause and go take a little
We can
shot
take
of?
another one. Yeah, we did break it open.
Okay, hold on.
All right, here's cheers to the holidays.
The holiday special.
And Michelle beating me. Good job.
Yes, I will
Good
take
job.
a shot to that.
I mean, I did get you last year. You can't beat the mug, but this year, whew, girl.
It's still my favorite mug. And Joel knows it too. So
It's so funny.
if he's trying to be nice,
Yeah.
or super loving, then I get the cool Epcot mug with the yellow inside, which is of course the one you got me.
Right, exactly.
But when he's trying to be a little bit sassy, if you will, he'll use it like a motherfucker and then
Right
give
in front
me
of you.
some random mug that's not even Disney, and then sip it very clearly in my face.
Terrible. Terrible.
Marriage. That's what it's all about.
Well, since it's the holidays, what are we drinking? Michelle did a lot of work on this drink. So what is it, Michelle?
Well, and probably all the phlegm in the back of my throat
Yeah,
tells
right.
you we made eggnog.
Ooh.
And
She made it from scratch, man.
yeah, and actually this is a really quick down and dirty version that is super delicious. Makes it seem like you did a lot of work, when in fact maybe you didn't do as much work as everyone thinks.
Okay.
So this one is actually uncooked. I knew we were going to be eating it right now.
Uh-huh.
So if you're going to be saving it, I would definitely recommend a cooked version of it where you actually cook the milk and put it in egg yolks and everything. But this one, so you beat the egg yolks with a whole bunch of sugar, and then it just becomes this sort of frothy loveliness, pale yellow. And then you just fold in milk and cream, and then boom, you have your base for eggnog. And then you just add some egg whites that you've whipped into stiff peaks with a little bit of sugar, and you fold that in, and you're done.
So this is raw egg you're giving me?
Yes. The
Okay.
look of horror on your face. I guess
this
I
is a
should
first,
have shared that with you ahead of
No,
time.
it's fine. I mean, it's delicious, but I feel like Rocky now.
They were very fresh eggs they got bought this morning.
Thank you.
You're like, I hate you. I hate everything about you.
No, I mean, it makes sense, eggnog, but I didn't know raw. Okay, yeah.
But what
It's
you
delicious.
can do,
It's good.
I
Yes.
said, is you can cook the milk and then you temper it with the egg yolks, and that sort of cooks it. But you have to do, and then you need to cool it down overnight and all this stuff, and who had time for that?
What's the alcohol in it?
Okay. Caitlin found,
Ooh.
yeah, she was like, what's the alcohol in it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not about to take credit for the most amazing alcohol ever. No, as it turns out, there's this eggnog ready booze that is a combination of rum and brandy. It's called White Christmas, and it goes into the eggnog amazing. So for every 3 cups of eggnog, I put a cup of booze in.
Woo!
So, but you can't even hardly taste it.
Oh no, it's very tasty.
It like just cuts the sweetness just enough.
Yeah,
and
you can taste the booze, but it's not overpowering. It's, I don't know, it's like not as like the carton of eggnog, like that's, you can taste like that's egg.
Yeah.
And this one's very light and I don't know.
It's
very
light
tasty.
and frothy.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is pretty tasty. And I do think you need the booze because it is super sweet otherwise.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
maybe if you were going to do non-alcoholic, I'd probably add some more milk just to sort of cut it a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good, really easy, and super delicious.
We got cute little glasses.
And you get to scare your friends when you tell them after they drank it all that it's all raw eggs.
Yummy.
Thanks, girl. You're the worst.
Delicious.
Merry Christmas. I figured you can handle it. You're
I
young.
can. Ish. There.
I don't want to hear it.
I know. All right, let's jump into it, yeah?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Christmas story number 1.
Christmas story number 1. So this story is about Rajiv Parti.
Okay.
Again, we always apologize if we say it incorrectly, but I looked up how to say it, so...
Well, and we're probably going to be clearing our throats a lot. We did just drink a lot of eggnog.
Yeah.
So.
And 5 Farms, which is also dairy, so...
Yeah. Dairy, and booze.
You love to hear it. All right. So it is 2008, and Rajiv is chief of anesthesiology.
Okay.
Okay,
Nailed it.
thank you.
Anesthesiology.
Yep, thank you. At Bakersfield Heart Hospital in California.
Oh.
So,
I don't know where that was.
so prestige. So he was born and raised in India and attended medical school in New Delhi.
Okay.
He had a dream about becoming a monk because he was really inclined towards spiritual activities. So he went to the Himalayas, but the Swami that's there sent him back to finish his education. So he was like,
so they're like, not yet, man.
Yeah.
Not quite a monk. Go finish your education and then maybe return after that. Is that okay?
So he finishes his education and he now has a medical degree. He came to the U.S. in 1982 and he left his spiritual part like back in India.
Okay. Maybe hope to return to it one day, or is he done with it forever?
Well, now that he has this medical degree, he kind of feels a little powerful. Like, you know,
I'm going to get
doing
out there
good.
and kill it in the world. Okay.
So he had 2 residencies. One was in pediatrics, but then that was not satisfying him, especially in the financial department.
Oh, he's milking to make some that dollar bill.
Dollar bills. So
I like to make that dollar bill. I get it.
You want to say it one more time?
Dollar bills. I get it. I love them. Give them to me.
So he changed to anesthesia and became a cardiac anesthesiologist.
I don't think you quite nailed it, but it's close enough.
It's close enough. People understand me by now, I hope.
My understanding is that is the highest paid medical profession. The anesthesiologists are making the buco bucks. Well, because you're responsible for so much. I mean, you do it wrong and that person is dead, is my understanding.
That's very true.
So...
sounds very stressful. I don't think I could do that. I mean, I couldn't be a nurse or doctor anyways. That's too much pressure on me.
Yeah.
If I misdiagnose or I couldn't even
do a little something wrong and
yeah,
forget it. I can't pronounce the words. I'd be in trouble.
Well, I don't know why I picked this story if I have to keep saying this word that I came into. Anyways, so he was at Nashville, Tennessee, and then he moved to Bakersfield, California to be closer to his sister.
Okay.
So success and money really motivated him. And his happiness became very materialistic.
Oh.
He got married, he had 3 kids, and they lived in an 11,000 square foot mansion.
Oh.
And he had several luxury cars like Hummers, BMWs. And he felt very important and even invincible.
I was like, maybe I should have married Rajiv.
So he was kind of living a selfish life, and he even stated, "My life was just about me. It was selfish. I didn't care about my wife's or my kids or even my patients' feelings."
Can we pause there for a second?
Yeah.
Did you say my wives, like as in multiple, or my wife's feelings?
Like my wife's feelings.
Okay, just
like my
one.
wife's, my kids, and my patients' feelings.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was like, damn, this guy's a bomber. All right, sorry, go ahead.
Michelle's like, sign me up.
I know. I'll be a third wife. It's okay.
So it's now August of 2008, and Rajiv is diagnosed with prostate cancer.
Oh, dear.
He had a routine surgery which eradicated the cancer, but it led to complications that left him incontinent and in a lot of pain. He did get some pain meds, but then he became addicted to them.
Oh, God.
And then he was soon diagnosed with depression.
Oh, of course. Are you serious?
So he was going through this for like a few years.
Oh.
And it was December 14th, 2010, when Rajiv went to the UCLA Medical Center to fix the overwhelming suffering that he's been caused after so long. So he was getting an artificial urinary sphincter.
Okay, so he was gonna beat the incontinence is kind of what you're saying. Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
But this led to a severe infection.
Oh my gosh, he's just not having a good time anywhere.
He had heavy antibiotics prescribed, but it was still not improving.
Oh no.
So Rajiv was rushed back to the UCLA Medical Center with 104 to 105 degree fever on Christmas Eve.
Oh my gosh.
He underwent emergency surgery to drain the pelvic region of infection and remove the artificial sphincter.
Oh.
Right?
I know.
20 minutes into the surgery, Rajiv found himself floating near the ceiling.
Oh, dear.
His consciousness had separated from his body.
Do you see the goosebumps
I do?
just
Oh my
got?
gosh.
Oh my goodness.
He said he could see the surgeon cut into him, and then all the personnel in the room react to the odor of the pus from his infected abdomen.
Oh, gosh.
But then also watch them struggling to save him.
Oh.
Ugh.
I know. I'm like, ugh.
He then drifted towards familiar voices in India where he could hear his mother and sister talking about dinner preparations.
What? That's wild.
I know. They were deciding on rice, veggies, yogurt, and legumes. Rajiv became euphoric that people were never far away, and he had the sense of his presence spreading around the world and feeling oneness with the world and everyone in it.
God.
But then fear overcame him as he went to a place where a great wildfire was raging. He could see lightning and dark clouds and the smell of odor of burning meat. It was hell.
Oh, I was like, was it Oregon on fire?
Did he come to Oregon?
That's what I thought. We're always raging with wildfires, It seems like.
No, he was...
Oh, so he like rock and rolled down to the underworld, if you will.
And he quickly started to reflect on his life. What did he do in his life to deserve this fate? But his life was really materialistic, and his life was all about him, and he would even ask himself when meeting someone new, what can I get from this person?
Oh,
The life he was living on earth was without love. He did not practice compassion or forgiveness toward himself or others.
You need to, I feel, can I just interject really quickly? That those are the things that you need to give yourself, I think, almost more than other people. And then you can share them with other people.
Wait,
like,
say again?
I think learning to forgive yourself and learning to have compassion with yourself is so extremely difficult.
Right.
And
absolutely, I agree.
It's like almost you need to forgive yourself more than forgiving others, because I feel like through forgiving yourself, you can forgive others. Yeah, you're just naturally going to forgive others.
I definitely agree with that.
Anyway.
I think people need to take care of themselves better.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be more self-care.
Self-love.
Yeah.
It's like, we're amazing. We're incredible spiritual beings.
Exactly.
Like, oh, let it shine.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done. Sorry. Back
Beautiful.
to Rajiv.
So this hellish realm was more like a mix of like Hindu and Christian mix, which is called like Norak.
I've never heard that.
Then he met Michael, the archangel, and his
Nailed
dead
it.
father. His father was abusive to him as a boy, but showed up...
Oh, Rajiv's dead father.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about the angel Michael's dead father, and I was like,
oh.
I don't know if he's dead.
No.
According to, you know.
No. Rajiv's father.
Sorry.
And he was abusive to him as a boy, but showed up when Rajiv was crying in the darkness.
Oh.
So his dad appears. His father walked him down a tunnel of light, which was akin to the light of 1,000 suns, but still pleasant to the eyes.
Huh.
The meeting made him realize that his father loved him and cared for him, but could not express it and was able to forgive him.
Oh my god, I have goosebumps all again. Caitlin?
So So meeting with the guardian angel gave his life a new direction, and they taught him consciousness-based medicine, which focuses on forgive, love, and heal.
Oh my God. Hi.
I
Welcome
know.
to my whole life. That's exactly. I need to go see him now.
So all this happening, him realizing his materialistic lifestyle, meeting his father, seeing hell, he kind of reflects on everything and been like, wow, I need to change my life, pretty much. So after going through all this, Rajiv actually returned to his body and survived the surgery.
Oh my goodness.
And they did it all in one night. Get it? Sorry.
Yes.
So dumb.
Good job. He saw his future and decided that's not what he wanted.
He says the person who went into surgery was not the same person who came out of it. Christmas! He did it all. Okay, sorry.
You nailed it.
Thank you. His priorities changed dramatically. He downsized his house to a more modest one and swapped a few of his cars for a Toyota hybrid.
Oh, that's what I have. See?
Oh.
We're on the same page.
He states, I am not living a poor life now, but I'm not a materialistic-minded man I used to be. My life literally went from Hummer to a hybrid, but everything in balance is good. It's more like Buddha's middle path. So he left his career, actually, to study holistic paths toward healing the mind, body, and spirit. So he kind of went back to his spiritual activities. Yeah. He left it in America.
Wow. I know. God, that's all. Anyway.
He states, people will be skeptic as I can only tell them what my experience was and whether you believe it or not. It's your choice. There is no chemical way or a machine through which I can measure God. Spiritual experiences are very subjective experiences.
Yeah, he probably maybe discounted them, back in his days as an anesthesiologist or, and then he experienced it himself and he's like, oh my God, what?
It's a really eye-opening experience when you go through like a near-death experience. And
I know, part of me kind of wants to. I don't want to. But part of me kind of wants to just to
experience.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about people who have died and kind of gone to the other side. And what a, most of the time, this is the first, hell story we've heard. But it always just seems so welcoming and loving and embracing.
And different each time, though.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, everyone experienced something different, but it's all around love and peace and stuff. So I'm like, that sounds great. Unless you're materialistic, and then, then you may...
poor guy's got to go check out the other side.
Right. Oregon?
Totally was like, oh, I know. We get a lot of wildfires.
Oh, my gosh.
That was my first thought.
He wrote a book called Dying to Wake Up, where he goes into detail about his experience. He has now written dozens of books about the subject, and he is consistently in contact with near-death experience researchers, as well as those who have had experiences themselves.
Oh.
Their stories may eventually answer mankind's greatest question, what happens after we die? And that's interesting. Like you said, we've talked about, this is a survival podcast, so a lot of people are near death most of the time.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting to see everyone's perspective and their experiences. But again, it all really boils down to peace, love, and
oneness.
Wellness.
And forgiveness,
wellness. So I think what we're saying is be good.
That's
be
right.
nice to yourself and others.
Forgive others. Have compassion with yourself.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Absolutely. So I think when people get a little, they see
a little
something
glimpse of the future,
what could be, and they don't like it, it's like, it's an eye-opener. It's like, hey, you have a bunch of cool stuff now, but down the road, you're going to be alone in Oregon burning. And I just can't get over
Nailed
that.
it.
It's so funny.
You brought it all together, full circle.
Full circle.
Like a wreath.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh my God, we need to not talk about Christmas anymore.
I know, we're sorry.
Yeah, right. We'll talk about all we want.
I just thought it was an interesting story because it really kind of was like Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
I do.
But it's like real life.
Yes. No, that's awesome. And I kind of wish we had told my story first because yours is much more Christmas miracle-y type, which is what I'm always looking for.
Right.
So,
and yours,
anyway.
what is... Not?
Maybe less of a Christmas
Okay, it's
miracle than we
fine.
were hoping for.
Well, you know what? We have one. And that's
Yeah.
all we need for a Christmas miracle. We just need a glimpse. Your story's going to be great. Let's just
dig in.
Let's just hear it.
Enough of all this. So I am actually also taking us back to 2008.
Are you serious?
I am serious. 2008 says it right there. And we are in Canada.
Oh, okay.
And during this time, a week before Christmas in 2008, Canada was experiencing a massive apocalyptic snowstorm.
Oh.
So it was
Bad.
So yeah, bad. So we're actually in Ontario.
Okay.
And we are talking about Donna Molnar.
Okay.
So she's a 55-year-old housewife, and she really wanted to bake cookies that day. So,
who doesn't?
in this article, so this is what they say. We assume it was cookies because that's the only reason a sane person would venture out of the house in this weather. So,
Oh, she was so wanting to bake cookies so much that she ventured out into the snow.
which actually turns out it seems to be a reason that this reporter maybe made up. So we'll kind of come to that later.
Okay.
And
so you can make your own.
I did some further investigation
Oh.
into this story, so
Okay.
we'll talk later.
Oh.
So she went out to buy baking supplies, and that was the last time her family saw her for 3 days.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm. So the police were notified that she didn't return home from her shopping trip. And they had found her abandoned car in a rural parking lot. So they're like, what the heck? What happened to her? So the search is on for Donna, even in the middle of this raging snowstorm. And they kind of just assumed it was essentially a certainty that she was not going to be found alive. I mean, this is a crazy snowstorm.
Okay.
It's super cold outside. They figure she's probably buried under a heap of snow somewhere.
Oh.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So eventually, miraculously, it turned out that everyone was half right.
Oh.
So it turns out that there was a dog named Ace that did eventually find Donna, and she was buried under 3 feet of snow in a field.
A field?
But the twist is that she was completely alive and conscious, despite temperature, like her body temperature having fallen to 86 degrees.
Holy cow.
So, I mean, as you know, we're normally around 96,
90,
or 98 degrees, excuse me. So she is full 12 degrees below normal, which is just not good.
And she's conscious and just chilling?
Yeah, she's kind of huddled.
Oh.
So she later explained that she had collapsed while trying to help a snowplow blocked by a car. And so it sounded like she fell, and then she sort of got cocooned in all this snow almost immediately. No one found her, but she was able to kind of stay in this semi not frigid little cocoon that kept her from not
like
dying.
Like an igloo type thing.
Yeah, kind of like an
Okay.
igloo. It probably actually, radiated the heat off of the sides of her little hole, I guess, for a
Right.
better way to put it. So she was immediately taken to the hospital.
Yeah.
And she was treated for hypothermia and frostbite, and she eventually pulled through on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
And just in time, what it says here is the magic time when death waves his hands and goes, "Oh, get out of here, you knucklehead. I'll get you next time." That's what it says. Anyway.
That's cute.
And it says that she woke up and essentially apologized for almost freezing to death.
Oh.
So that was one version of this story. And then I was looking for more little, because there's not
Tidbits,
a whole lot.
yeah.
Fleshing it out a little bit more. And I saw that she sued somebody after this. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And so I did a little bit more research. And actually, it turns out this whole story is far more maybe sinister than we thought.
Oh.
So what had happened is she actually left the house to commit suicide. And so she left fully intending, apparently she had some mental health issues.
Uh-huh.
And the reason that they were suing, turns out she was suing for $12.5 million because she felt like the doctors, or maybe her and her husband felt like they had ignored her mental health issues, like her calls for help, and hadn't actually, because she had tried to commit suicide before this, as it turns out, like 2 other times.
Oh my god.
I know, poor thing. And actually, they ended up amputating her arms and her legs.
What?
Because or at least her hands and her...
Trying to keep warm, they keep the...
Yeah, so she ended up with
okay.
frostbite and ended up with some brain damage. So she is doing better now.
Okay.
But she is still suffering some... Because she ended up having, while in the hospital, also some seizures and had a stroke. And so she has some brain damage from the whole ordeal, and actually has quite a bit of physical issues from the whole ordeal. So, and they settled with her. It didn't say
how much.
Yeah, it didn't disclose any of that, but it did sound like they did take some responsibility for the negligence of her mental health.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
At least she still got to be with her Christmas with her family, but...
Yeah. That took a little bit of a turn, so I apologize. Christmas miracle side.
You know what? Honestly, during the holidays, that's when people's mental health is pretty much the worst, they say. So
it's a hard time for a lot of people. It can be very lonely and isolating during that time. It's cold out.
I know. It's super...
A lot of pressure to be a certain way. And
well, just know there's support groups and suicide hotline.
I know.
There's always someone. There's always someone to talk to, though. There is always someone that you can talk to. So just know you're never alone. Just listen to this podcast too.
I know, and
we'll
you
be your
matter.
best friend. What?
You matter, darn it, and just forgive yourself.
Matter. Forgive yourself. That's what it comes down to. Forgive yourself and take care of yourself.
God, I'm sorry.
This was good. Like I said, you're shedding a light on an actual real problem. So
yeah. Well, and I think unfortunately she just asked for help and didn't get the help she wanted or needed.
I don't know who this writer is to say that she's going out for cookies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
Like, no fact checking there.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't think anyone wants cookies that bad. I mean, to go out into, like, a really bad storm, but... Wow.
Okay. Anyway.
I don't know how to end this now.
Ho, ho, ho!
Give your family some extra hugs and love.
That's right.
And,
good thing I give Caitlin a good present because she's got to edit this thing.
All right, everyone. So we hope you enjoyed this episode. Try this eggnog recipe. It's very delicious. It will be up on our Instagram soon.
Sorry I surprised you with the raw eggs.
No, it's fine. It was delicious. I was surprised.
Fed me raw eggs?
I had no idea.
The look on your ever effing face was the best.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I Should Totally Be Dead right now, and we'll see you. It's gonna be New Year's.
Is it? Girl, that can't be right.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We'll be back on January 3rd. Yeah.
2022.
We'll be here in 2022. So,
oh my God, that's the future, guys.
It is a future. So we'll see you next year. Oh gosh. All right, goodbye.
Merry Christmas.